I've finished secondary school.
Mm.
If I don't want to carry on, my parents are not, rich
Yeah.
enough to even give me capital.
Yeah.
Or I finish uni
Awesome.
and I haven't got job. I haven't got money.
Yeah.
How do I make it?
So that's a part 2.
Yeah.
I give you the first part, which is you are working and you have to open another stream of income.
Yeah. That's when you are working. But
Good.
what if I'm not
Now,
working?
you are not working.
Nah.
You don't even have money.
Nah.
You don't even have transportation to move from point A to point B.
Nah.
Now, this is where I want everybody to pay attention.
We are working so hard to bring you the voices that matter and to tell the most inspiring stories. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel to become part of our growing community.
Hello, lovely people. Welcome back on Time with Julius. This is another episode with Papa Solo. Is it Papa Solo?
Papa Solo.
Papa Solo.
Yeah.
Right. And the rate of unemployment in this country is getting ridiculous. And it's because we rely on the government, to employ us, which is that's what they need to do. But obviously, we're not getting that. That's not what we are getting. That's not what's happening right now. And a lot of people are at home when they finish uni, and also when they finish uni, they don't even know what to do, how to start business, and because we have this mindset where we need a huge capital to start our business. We are here with Parsolo to educate us, because from his experience, we don't need a lot of money, huge amount of money to start our business. He says we can start business with no money. So let's dive into it. Because they say knowledge is the key. So if you don't know, you don't know. That's why we've got Parsolo here to take us through how we can start business without money. Hi, Parsolo.
Hello, Julius.
How are you?
I'm blessed.
Thank you so much.
Good to be here.
Yeah.
And good to see you.
Thank you so much for coming.
Pleasure.
I really appreciate it, because we've been going back and forth, before this. Yeah, but you've been very, very patient with us. I really appreciate your patience. I really appreciate your effort. How do I start business without money?
Right. First and foremost, you have to work on your mindset, which has to do with, decoding and deactivating what was programmed in us from school. Right from school, the programming was go to school, study hard, get good grades, which we got all right, and then look for a job.
Right.
So when we're in school, they start by saying, what will you be when you grow? How many of our friends do you ever hear them say, I want to be a businessman or entrepreneur? It's I want to be a teacher, I want to be a pilot, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a nurse, I want to be a politician, I want to be an accountant, an auditor, a banker. Because the curriculum is programmed to make us job seekers, not to make us employers. So right from school, the number one thought of every graduate is, I'm going to look for a job. In fact, they call it job hunting. In Ghana, my country, you finish school and you have to go to another curriculum, how to write a very good CV, how to be able to speak well during an interview, how to be able to impress your interviewers. All these are skills you learn after graduation.
Yes.
So technically, or practically, people are trained not to be employers, but to be employees.
All right.
So the orientation, the foundation, the basics are wrong. As young as my children are, I've been able to orient them that when you finish school, what will you do? I want to own so and so manufacturing company. I want to own XYZ kind of real estate. Because they are young though, it might be like they're just talking about it. But you see, we create our world with our words. So I made them understand that you don't finish school and go and look for, I want to be a nurse and go and work for somebody. Even if you're a nurse, you have to own your own hospital. Even if you're a doctor, you have to own your own hospital. So the programming from foundation is wrong. And the Bible says, if the foundation is weak, what can the builders do? So number one step is the mindset. Why am I in school? Why am I looking for good grades? Why do I want to graduate? Your response after this question determines whether you are programmed to go and be a job seeker or an employer. No wonder in my country, I'm in Ghana, in my country, Ghana, we have what we call the Association of Unemployed Graduates. They have graduates who are supposed to be solution providers, who are supposed to be people that bring solutions to our problems. Now they have formed an association because they are unemployed. And they have a president on top. We have the president of the unemployed graduates. Why? Because right from primary school to the university, we were programmed that study hard, get good grades, and go and start a job. The reason why I emphasize on the word study hard is because to be in an employer or an entrepreneur or a businessman, it's not about studying hard. It's not about getting the best of results. It's about having the mindset to start your own project. So it is very, very easy to start your own business even without money. And that is the second version of the programming. That, well, before you can start your own company, you must get fortunes. You cannot run until you crawl. Learn to stand, learn to walk before you can run. Business are in phases. If I say start your business, I don't mean go and start your international conglomerate. So the other mindset is that for you to be in business, you must be like Warren Buffett. You must be like Jeff Bezos. You must be like Antonio Ortega. You must be like Bernard Arnold, or you must be like Bill Gates. No. That crayon you bought and you sold to your classmates is business. So as young as my children are, I'm putting this in their mindset because the engine and the blood of every business is sales. Julius, what you are doing, if you don't publicize it, if you don't make it available, it will not fly. That is sales. That is sales. People think sales means put a thing on your head and go around hawking. So as young as my children are, I can sometimes buy them. They tell me, Papa, Daddy, I want maybe pen. After that, I'll buy a pack of pen for them. I said, because you need pen, about 10 to 20 classmates also need pen. Go and sell it to them. I'm teaching them the art of having something to exchange for money. Recently, I was in Dubai. One of them called me, Daddy, when you come in, buy me XYZ. I said, for what? He said, I want to sell it in my class. You know what she was asking for? Pencil case, little lady bags. There's this school bag that they hang like a shopping bag. And I bought it. It took her about 2 months to finish selling them though. But I was happy because I was building a certain culture in here. That is what our government needs to build in us. Not to encourage us to do chew and poor. When I was in JSS, I learned the part of the stomach of a rabbit. I learned the different goats in Ghana. Sokoto Gudali, Nungwa red goat, Agama, whatever goat.
Yeah.
But I'm not a farmer. So Julius, it is very easy to start business without capital.
Okay. So before I go to my next question, how do we break away from that mindset? And why are we programmed that way?
So let me start with the programming. The programming started from when formal education started, which is colonialism.
Okay.
Colonials brought us education. Formal education, even that word. Not education, formal education. Because education, our forefathers were being educated anyway. But the formal education was primarily to empower, not even to empower, to form a personality that will support, that will be like a secretary, a clerk to the colonial masters. So originally, we were taught to read, to write, and to speak. not even mathematics.
Mm.
So you can read, you can speak, you can write, you are a crutch.
Mm.
You are an educational person, you're educated. So you finish school, the first thing is, how can I write for this leader, for this business person?
Mm.
How can I support this? So you are not trained to be independent. You are trained to depend. That is the genesis of education. Well, there has been evolution. But the evolution is just to expand our horizon into the things we are learning. But the things that we expand into were not programmed to be able to be independent, but rather to depend. So you are studying banking, not to own a bank, but to work in a bank. You are studying accounting, not to own an accounting firm, but to work as an accountant. You are studying a doctorate, to be a doctor, medical doctor, not to own a hospital, but to be what? A medical doctor. So you see the genesis. So the foundation was wrong in the first place. Coming to the flip question, to come out of this, for me, it has to take a mental revolution. And I will ask parents to be gatekeepers and watchmen for every school that they take their children to. Before I take my children to any school, they've changed school severally. I love that because I don't want them to be good. I want them to have several friends when they grow up. So after 2 years, I move them. The matter how good they are, I'll move because I want them to have a wide range. Oh, I was in this school, this is my mate. So when they grow up, they have mates across the globe. Before I turn to this school, I look at the curriculum.
Right.
What do you teach them? I want to see the motor kind of learning. I want to see the practical learning.
Yeah.
When I see things like Chiwu and poor stuff, part of rabbit, we're even drawing part of grasshopper. Maybe you did school in Ghana, so you don't know what I'm talking about.
No, of course I did.
We're learning drumming, how to drum.
I know. Yeah.
Well, it's not their fault. It emanated from a colonial lineage. Now, in this age, when children are learning coding, children are learning how to create bomb, children are learning how to shoot. Your son is learning how to label the part of a rabbit, the stomach of a rabbit, the part of grasshopper. Are you a farmer? Are you a gardener? So I first inspect. If I see those things, my child will not go there. I want a place children can be creative. Children can think not outside the box, but children can think as if there's no box. Outside the box means there's a box in any way.
Yeah.
So they just stepping out and come back.
Yeah.
But I tell my children, think as if there's no box. Be creative because your compatriots are in China.
Yeah.
Learning how to fix watches, phones. Most of mobile phones we use here. It's Chinese children, it's kids that are playing with it.
I see it. I see that. They are more practical.
Yeah.
You know. And
as parents, I said I'm a parent. Parents will open your eyes. The word is, if I want to use the word metamorphosizing. There's a change, metamorphosis. As young as my children are, I'm trying to make them learn forex trade, cryptocurrency, coding. It might not make sense to you and me. They are in their age and time. That is the new world.
Definitely.
Because now the world talking about NFTs, metaverse, gaming, cryptocurrency, blockchain, smart contract, and your children are learning the Sagranti War. When Kwame, what's the name? Yas Antoine was kid. Yes, it's not bad to know your history, but hey, we learned all those things apart from the knowledge we got, and we did you and poor. The 1948 crossroad shooting, we did it. What are we doing with it? I have friends who have never been to school in Florida. All they have is a smartphone, a software called MetaTrade, and they're trading every day, and they're making thousands of dollars. I've learned everything learnable. I know my history. I can't compete with them because the world we're trained for was gone. So, number one, it has to have, we have to appreciate it came from a certain foundation. Number two, parents have to take that responsibility to push their children. And ultimately, the nation has to come to the realization that, hey, we are late at the party. When you are late to a party, you either eat the crumbs, or when the DJ has finished playing the song, you'll be sitting there eating the cold food. It's a metaphor. Thank you.
So that's how we're gonna break from that mindset. So we need our leaders to notice how
Fast the world is
behind
going.
we are.
We are. I think Dr. Mensah Mutabe said we are about 10 years behind. I'm sorry, 100
10.
years behind. Sorry,
Exactly.
100 years behind,
Yeah.
if not over.
Mm.
Yeah.
Wow.
When you go to China, their railway system, our airport has not even reached that level yet. I was in Shanghai moving to Beijing, and the speed train, the fastest train in the world, by flight is 5 hours, but by that railway, it was 6 hours. And when you get to the port, the railway port, allow me to use that way if it is correct anyway, you will think you are in Dubai airport. It's just for railway. And when you sit in the railway, the cabin crew, the crew, you love it. But when you come to Ghana, Africa for that matter, my country, you see the railway system. I've never taken any train in Ghana. I've never tried it, and I won't try. There's something like that. There's some. I think there's something somewhere, but
there was a new train, isn't it?
Yeah, I think if only they've not packed it. We are very good at starting and then ending it.
Yeah, it crashed the train, like the new one.
Somebody went to pack it. I think they've repaired it and then it's still running. But I'll not be surprised if it's been packed because we're not good at maintenance. We are very good at certain things, but maintaining it.
Yeah. Okay, so it's gonna be really difficult, isn't it? Because we've been programmed to think that way. I don't know how, I don't know why, but as you said, when we were young and up to this age, even still in the kids, when they go to school, everyone wants to be because up until now, my mom still want me to be a nurse. Up until now, I'm telling you, even today,
she wants you to be a nurse.
Of course. I was speaking to my sister today. Oh, when you come back to the UK, you need to, they've been trying to get me to start nursing. You get it?
I get it.
And most parents are not even sure about it. They just want to, to brag with that title, as in, my child is a nurse. My child is a doctor. That's all that they want.
Yeah.
They don't care. They just want to feel like, okay, my child is educated. My child is this. You get it? So I feel like it's also, as you said, it's our parents that needs to start thinking other ways, because they that's all they know, that okay, you have to be. It's either you are a doctor, a pilot, engineer, a nurse, or so it's very hard, because then growing up as a child, then you think that's all you got to do. We don't think otherwise. We don't think outside the box.
It's true.
So it's gonna be really, really difficult. But obviously, we are also here. That's why we're here to talk about, isn't it? To let people know to think other, because as I said, knowledge is the key. If you don't know, you don't know. So it's good that we've got you here. We have you here. So let me take us back right now. So you believe we can start business with no money. How do we do that?
Right. So before I go to that subject, let me just highlight on something you said.
Okay.
You see, the entire blame is not for our parents. Yes, even though I mentioned our parents should do their part. But the bigger plan is the national policy, the government.
Okay.
You see, it doesn't matter how much the parents will do. If the schools, they can afford to take their children to, says, go and learn the stomach of a rabbit, they can't do anything much. That's why I love Cheddar. I've never met him, but the first time I heard him speak, I said, this is what I'm talking about. That Cheddar has stepped ahead of the nation.
Definitely.
He's living in the future.
Definitely, 100%.
And I'm not a politician. I don't love politics.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
I wish Ghanaians can say, you know what? Let's make this man our president. Let's just see. Let's just forget about these orthodox politicians. Let's try this young brain. Because the brain we have and the thing we are seeing, I don't think if you go and ask an adult whether he knows about metaverse, NFTs, cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, he doesn't even know anything about it. And that's what the world is.
Yeah.
And I said something that we always come late to the party.
Exactly.
We'll get there anyway.
Yeah. But we'll be
late.
way behind. We'll be way behind.
Now in the US, you can take your money from your bank, move it to your Bitcoin, your crypto wallet. It doesn't even make sense to what is that? Crypto. They don't even know what is called crypto wallet. But that's the new money. That's the new world.
Whether you like it or not.
Well, like it or not, it has come to stay.
Yeah.
We'll get there. But by the time we get there, the party is closed. You come and eat the crumbs. I want to just say this. I'm not doing campaigning, but on the tangent on what we are speaking, the only politician I'm hearing that is working along that line, each other. I don't know him. I've not met him. Guys, don't take me wrong. I don't know him anywhere. But I think, and I strongly believe, the kind of message is carrying, it will take our leaders now 30 years, if no more, to start speaking the same language. And we need such kind of leadership. Otherwise, whatever we are talking about, the solution we are trying to get, it will not work. Now, let's come back to the subject of the day. How to start business. So I gave you a certain background that, first of all, orient yourself that I'm going to school to start business. I'm going to school to own my own corporation. Yes, work. And people think you can only do your business when you're unemployed or when you're doing nothing. The best way to even own your own business is when you're employed. And on this channel, I'm going to share with you how to be able to create multiple streams of income. You are working in the bank and your only source of salary or income is through your salary. You are very dangerous. You are the most dangerous person on earth. In fact, you're a miracle man. Because at the end of the month, Julius, what are the bills you pay? Is it one stream of bill?
No.
You have electricity bill, water bill, rent, transportation. If you're my country, very big internet, you did it.
Yeah.
Health, family, upkeep, external family, brothers and sisters. If somebody has side chick like you, side chicks, girlfriends, all those are expenses. Look at all these expenses. You know what God is telling you? My son, think. If at the end of the month, XYZ is asking for flow, it means you should get XYZ for inflow.
Yeah.
Because that one source will very soon get dry. So I tell my followers that, hey, if you don't have multiple streams of income, it's just a matter of time. If you have only one source, you are dangerous. You are at risk because the day that will close, that source will shut. It means you are going back to ground zero. You have to start again.
Yeah.
So anytime you are able to get a source of income, it is not an income source. It is a capital source. Capital means you need that money to open other source of income. So I tell my employee friends, I'm not employed, my employee friends, your salary is not fruit. Your salary is seed. You don't eat mango seed. You plant mango seed. So after some years, what happens to the seed? The mango tree grows and gives you what? Fruits.
Yeah, a lot of fruits, yeah, of mangoes.
So how do I start business with that money? Let me start with the employees. Have this mindset. When you were not employed, you didn't die. You were not employed means you were not receiving salary.
But you survived.
Yeah. Even in your mother's womb, among millions of spermatozoa, you were able to defeat all of them, kill them, you fertilized the egg when you were not even conscious of yourself. In your mother's womb for 9 months, you survived. Now you got a job, they pay you some small salary, you think you've arrived. No. It is God giving you your future capital. Quickly behave as if you are still not employed. Use that money to quickly activate another stream of income.
But this is the problem. People feel like they don't get paid enough, to invest that money or some of that money into another thing.
Julius, I'm not cutting you. You are not paid enough. If you were paid, but not enough.
Yeah,
Good. When you are unemployed, it was how much?
nothing.
Good.
Mm.
So not paid enough compared to nothing. Which one is better?
Not paid enough.
So it's all about the mindset. It's like I attended a conference in Las Vegas by my mentor, Grant Cardone, and he said, when you make money for 3 months, behave like you have not made money. Be like you. Don't change your car. Don't change your wardrobe. Don't change your lifestyle. Put the money somewhere it can quickly grow. This one, he was speaking to widows, those of us who are trying to get deals and breakthrough. Yeah. Same way, if you are an employee, your first 3, 4, 5 months salary, behave as if you have not been paid salary, maybe apart from your transportation. Because you didn't die when you were not employed. He said, well, I was begging to stay. Should I keep begging? Yes, keep begging. Even God said to the children of Israel, go ye back to the Egyptians, borrow vessels, borrow their ornaments. When you get the wilderness, use it to build an ark for me. All I'm trying to advise is that the number one step to starting business as an employee, remember the word employee, when you start working, for you to open another stream of income, is to behave as if your salary doesn't exist. Quickly see it as a seed. We don't eat seed. So when your money comes, don't say, oh Lord, thank you, I've arrived. You haven't arrived. Because the day they fire you, that money will stop. And they can fire you within a month, within 6 months, within 1 year, within 10 years. What if it's shorter?
See, one other thing that some of the struggles that people go through, in terms of salary wise and all that, because unfortunately for us in this country, in Ghana, a lot of people are unemployed for a very long time, and people, I understand you won't die if you're not getting paid, you will still survive. But once they start getting paid, either it's debts, they are in so much debt because they haven't worked for a long time and they have to eat, their family have to eat. So when they start making money, sometimes it takes people like a year, 2 years, to pay off their debt, and maybe by the time they finish even paying off their debt, their salary won't be enough because maybe their lifestyle is kind of changed.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? In a way that they don't even realize.
Right. Right.
And I understand you said,
Yeah.
you don't need to change your lifestyle.
Yeah, for some time.
For some time.
Yeah. So one of my mentors is called John D. Rockefeller. He was a Christian multi-billionaire. He said something I love so much. He said, when you make money and you are owing, that money is not meant to pay debt. Because when you pay debt, if I owe, Julius, if you owe someone $1,000 and you make $1,000, don't go and pay that person $1,000. Go and put that money somewhere where that money can pay the person. Because your greatest employee is your income.
It's the pressure that comes to you.
Pressure. We are born with pressure. The day you were born, your mother went through pressure to push you. You know what it takes to come out of that place? So, if you pay and you are empty-handed, you are back to 0.0. Why not put that money somewhere that it can be paying small? Because with that debt or without that debt, you are alive. Now you get money, you want, now I want to clear my head. No, your head will not be cleared. After paying that debt, another debt, because you have to survive. You have to live. You have to clothe yourself. You have to eat. So, Rockefeller is saying that don't be in a hurry to pay your debt until what you have can help you pay the debt. What that means is that I got the $1,000 to pay you.
Yeah.
I better put the $1,000 somewhere, and that $1,000 pays you. Because if I give you all the $1,000, okay, let me come back low. Let me come back to a low estate. I have granites. I owe you granites. Maybe 20 pieces of granites. And because I owe you, Julius, I owe granite to take your granite and go. You are gone. You have got your granite. There's no more 20 granite in my piece of nut in my hand. Peanuts. But if I had taken those granules, Julius, I still don't have the money. Give me time. I go and sew or plant those nuts, it's just a matter of time. Those nuts will be harvested.
Okay.
20 nuts. Will I still get 20 nuts?
No, I get more.
That's the concept. And it's in nature. So the Bible says, as the earth remaineth, seed time and harvest time. So seed time precedes harvest. But we want to pay people with our seed, not our harvest. Even the government of your country owes. Is it you that is owing that you are in hurry to go and pay? Because after pay, you still have issues. So quickly make that money be your employee. I just gave you the cliche, the metaphor of the peanut. How you go and plant it, sow it. It's just a couple of months. It will grow. Tomato seeds. That is the concept of money. It's in the earth. As the earth remains, seed time and harvest time. So it is your harvest you eat. You don't eat your seed. And some says during planting you weep. It's painful.
Yeah.
But during harvest you laugh. And people want to pay people with their seed.
You need to pay people with the harvest.
Good. Because that seed, if you give it out, you use to payment. You might never get the seed again because you need seed to get a harvest.
Okay. So I've finished secondary school. If I don't want to carry on, my parents are not, rich enough to even give me capital.
Yeah.
Or I finish uni.
Awesome.
And I haven't got a job. I haven't got money.
Yeah.
How do I make it?
So that's a part 2.
Yeah.
I gave you the first part, which is you are working and you have to open another stream of income.
Yeah. That's when you are working.
Good.
But what if I'm not
now,
working?
you are not working.
Nah.
You don't even have money.
Nah.
You don't even have transportation to move from point A to point B.
Nah.
Now, this is where I want everybody to pay attention. What I'm about to share, I usually share it and get paid, but I'm going to share for free.
Thank you so much.
You see, the human nature is created or built or programmed to produce. The human nature. That's how we grow. We grow. When you have a child and the child is not growing, you get worried.
Yeah.
Because that's not how it was programmed. So naturally, we are programmed to grow. What is growth? Growth is not just about age and size. Growth is about your mental capacity and your activities. Now, sorry, I have to refer to the Bible.
It's fine.
I'm a business apostle. I love to be called that way. Jesus didn't have a boat, but he borrowed somebody's boat to accomplish what he wanted to. Elijah got to a woman, a widow. And there was famine. And the woman went to Elijah that my children and I, we are dying. Elijah asked a question. What do you have in your house? What do you have in your house? Now, this is my question to whoever wants to start business with that money. What do you have? Everybody is born with something. It's called talent. Even if it is shouting, it's talent. Okay. You don't need money to shout. You don't need money to sing. Now, Elisha told the woman, what do you have? The woman said, I don't have anything. The only thing I have is a little oil left. He said, go and get that oil. Borrow vessels. Start pouring that oil. It's a metaphor. What do you have? Borrow. Borrow means get something that somebody has that you don't have. And start pouring means start using it. I have spoken to young people who are not working, who are looking for jobs, and now they are business people.
Okay.
Because I made them understand. I asked them, so what do you have? For example, there was one, let me just give you an example. There was one lady, she said I don't have anything. And I said, okay, what can you do? What can you do well? I wasn't too good in school. I said, no. It's not about school. What can you do well? She said, I'm very good at cooking. When I cook my food, I said, good.
You've got something.
I said, do you know how to fry kalawele? He said, how do you know? You're a prophet. I said, I'm not a prophet. She said, I can fry color willy like. I said, good. Can you get some plantain? She said, graduate too. Also, plantain, I can easily get it. I said, get plantain. Are you on social media? Yeah, I have internet. I said, good. Design a logo. Go to this website. Just go. Write something. Harriet. She's called Harriet. Harriet Authentic Kelly Willy. Delivered at your doorstep. Get some pictures. One is picture. Put on your status. Put on your social media handle.
Let me not cut you off, because people as you said, design logo, and then something just click in my head. That someone will say, oh, designing logo, you need money for it.
Good.
But meanwhile,
she got it for free.
Yeah.
Just go on with them. Their site, you can just.
Yeah. You just
simple.
need to know, because one thing I realized about the internet is like there's stuff that there's part that you can pay for certain things, and there's part that is
free.
free.
And this is a lady that is always on TikTok, always on IG, always on Facebook, watching people for free.
Yeah.
I'm like, no. You do know you can just Google how to get a logo for free. Do you see website? Write the name you want. They'll give you samples. You choose the one you want. You can even choose your colors.
Yeah.
For free. She did it.
Yeah.
I said, get picture of somebody's Kele Wele pictures. Do you take it? She got some.
Yeah.
I said, put on your status. Status people are watching you with your new hair, your new makeup, your new chair dance, your new dance. Right there. I can deliver Kele Wele at your door. Do you know the number of guys who are chasing you and want to eat Kele Wele and don't go and queue? That's how she started doing Kele Wele business. Without money. All she had to do it. How much is plantain? Even when she told me I don't have money, I said, you know what? Put the thing there. People start ordering. Take the money. Use that money.
Yeah.
Because there's something in marketing called the cold market, the warm market, and the excited market. The warm market are the people you know. So your family and friends know you. Oh, I for Harriet, if I send her 40 cities for Kalawule, she won't chop it and run away. So they'll start. So you target your warm market, your family, your friends, your colleagues, your church members, your pastors, your boyfriend, your fiancés, your ex. With that money, people start standing here. I want this one. I order for this. I order for this. I order for this. I order for this. She called, Papa, are you a prophet? I said, I'm not a prophet. I'm giving direction. She said, can you imagine? I have 770 CDs in my hand. I said, quickly, don't chop it. Don't let the devil tempt you. Go to Mokola. Don't go to East Lagos area. Go to the market where the market women can eat cheap. Buy cheap. Buy oil. Come and fry. Out of that money, she only used $300 Ghana cedis to supply all the orders. How much is plantain? And how much is Kele Willy? And she packaged it in some rubber. And then she called delivery people to take to the people. The people pay for the delivery. There's a lady, I love her so much. She supplied kenkes on only Thursdays. I'll refer you to her. Kenke, she has kombu. Kenke with shrimps, some with pear, some with pork, chofi. Oh, now you love it. She take orders from Monday to Wednesday. I told her. And now she has packaged it in such a way that when people, so Monday to Wednesday, you have to send your money. Yeah. Otherwise, Thursday she can't supply.
I get it.
And I will not be surprised
so
if she doesn't even do the kinky herself. She does a combo. So 80 CD, like last week, I bought 80 CD combo, 2 balls of kinky, some small fish and something, I don't know, and then in some paper bag. Maybe she went to Auntie Akwele by Nungwa Station, kinky house, to buy it cheap in her flags and started sharing it among us. How much is pepper? So you see, everything I'm saying boils down back to what? Mindset.
Yeah.
There was one guy who came to me, Papa, the way I'm struggling in life. When he was talking, I'm like, what do you? I don't need to know. Papa, the government. I say, hey, do you know that if you don't take time, next 3 years, you'll be saying the same thing. I say, what do you have? Don't you have any money on you? Yeah, I have some 120 Ghana cedis. I said, good. Go and buy charcoal. Bag it. Charcoal, bag it. Just bag it nicely. Take a picture of it. Go on social media, look for more of them. Put on your status.
That's it.
Authentic charcoal supply at your doorstep. in this day of delivery, social media. Oh, come on. Oh, but Papa, I have a certain prophecy. They say I will be a real estate mogul. I say, yes. Before they got to Canaan land, it was a prophecy. But they passed through the Red Sea. They went through the Amalekite, the Jebusite, the Amorite, and even the walls of Jericho before they got to Canaan land. On your way to becoming a real estate mogul, start selling charcoal. How many despite didn't start from Peace FM? Start by selling cassettes. And Bonu Wawu.
Yeah.
At Katamanto.
The keys were chocolate.
This way chocolate, that one is even later. I'm talking about
This
you
way
will go and
chocolate.
stand Katamanto and hold Bonu Wawu. Or say, you know cassette?
Yeah.
Those ones were.
Yeah.
But you want to start Peace FM. You want to start OK FM. UTV. But remember the guy started by selling phones.
So do we always have to start with small business?
The law of nature talks to us loudest.
Mm.
Everything great starts small.
Mm.
That's why even the tallest building, if you have realized, they go deep in the foundation. They
How-
dig deeper.
How did you start?
So yeah, throw the question at me.
Yeah.
I didn't want to talk about myself too much. But
No, not really. I mean, I'm because most people believe when people make it, they give us that. I mean, this impression like as if they started, but some people actually start big. That's why I first asked you, do you always have to start small? So how did you start? Did you face any
Yeah.
challenges like
Yeah.
in your journey? What I
Yeah.
mean? That's what I want just to give the people that
perspective.
perspective.
Yeah. So definitely there is always a starting. And
Okay.
I like the word. The word start even means beginning.
Mm.
To begin. And anything that begins small.
Okay.
You don't start from up down. You start from down up. So for me, as my entrepreneurial journey started way back in school.
Mm.
Those days their school was called IPS, now UPSA. We used to call it Institute of Professional Studies. I was learning ACCA.
Right.
Yeah. I did part 1 and I stopped because it was too difficult.
Mm.
Not even difficult. I had this mindset. Why am I counting people's money? Because accountants, I'm going to count people's money. I wanted to be a billionaire.
Oh, okay.
I want to be a multi-billionaire. So I'm like, why? So I just quit and I started studying marketing and entrepreneurship. Anyway, so in school, I had a cool friendship, some boys. Normally when you go to school, it will take about 2 weeks to 1 month before they start stacking school fees.
Yeah.
So our school fees were putting together. Those days, now computers were coming. The computer with a etikopo, that big windscreen, and then the system unit, not laptops. Laptops were not, later came.
Of course.
So we put our school fees together. Go to Katamanto. No, at Abraka, there was a place. I still remember the name, Alex Fools. We go and buy computers. Then we go to Eastern Region, Kofodia, Begro. We go and sell them to the district assemblies. So by the time they start sacking school fees, we'll have turned around that money like 2, 3, 4, 5 times.
Right.
That's how I started my first business. I was in school.
So you're using your school fees to start
Sharp.
business. Smart.
That's how I said the mindset. It's dangerous anyway. Not everybody should do it. Yeah. Because it's a risk.
Yeah.
And depends on the school too. Because those days, IPS, you can be in class because it was Institute of Professional. So most of them were professionals. So we, the Buga guys, and we're not staying in class. We were naturally shy.
All right.
We don't sit in lectures too much. We just listen, 1, 2, read some few things,
And you
go to the exams and
capture
blow
everything.
it up. We had that nature. So I think we're 4, 5 guys. So we sit in trust with, you see me carrying monitor. Those days, monitor, if you see it like a box,
I know.
very heavy.
Very heavy.
We climbed that one wasn't this road. We climbed the Bree Mountain, pass, how do you call it, Manfi, all the way to Kofodia, go and sell it. These assemblies, because then they are government, whatever. So they easily pay those things. And then we come back, we go and buy again. We come back, of course, if we buy for maybe $500, we'll go and sell it for about.
Did you have a plug over there? Or
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And we had a certain software, normal software.
Mm.
Those days, they didn't even know what Excel was. So Excel was like a certain, how do you call it? Cash cow. We're selling Excel. Normal MS Excel. And then some other softwares. So when we sell the software, we attach the machine to it.
Okay.
And it was our school fees. That's if you want to me to give the genesis.
Mm.
So with that tradition, when I finished school, I worked with a couple of companies though.
Yeah.
So I had this mindset that my money, my salary is not fruit, it's seed. You plant seed, you don't eat seed.
Mm.
Because with that's money, I was still alive. I didn't die. Don't be in hurry to change your lifestyle. Don't be in hurry to please. Don't be in hurry to show off.
Mm.
Don't be in hurry to compete. So look at those Sakawa fraud boys. It just by for a moment, then you don't see them again. Because there's no foundation.
Mm.
They just want to quick show off, and then they are off. But if you build a fund, if you plant it, it will grow. Then you eat the fruit thereof.
Mm. So the reason why I asked you this here, Pasolo, was you know, because growing up, as we just discussed, we've been programmed to become these kind of professionals, as in like a lawyer, a teacher. I mean, not even a lot of teachers, so you know, like farmers or something like that, like nurses, doctors, pilots, and all that. And I've studied me growing up, you know, going through our curriculums or education, you know, because you know how hard Ghana education is, you know,
very hard.
gone through all that, studied law to become a lawyer. Just I'm just using lawyer as an example, right? To become a lawyer, and I've finished my law, what's it called, law course, yeah, and there's no job for me. How do you expect me to sell water?
Okay.
Meanwhile, I've studied so hard from all these years to become what I want to be. How am I, and there's no job, how am I gonna start, you know, I'm selling tomatoes on the street? It's a bit embarrassing for me.
Right.
So how do I then change my mindset to realize, okay, I can't become a lawyer, there's no job, you know, I mean, the government is not really helping. What am I gonna do? I'm not gonna sell ice water on the street.
I get your point. So please note this, very crucial, very, very important. The illiterate of the 21st century are not those who cannot read nor write, but rather those who cannot learn and relearn. We are in the 21st century. I started by giving you educational background, how education started in Africa, especially colonial Africa. We don't go to school. Originally, we don't go to school just because we want to practice what we study, but we go to school to have what we call critical thinking, empowerment, mental empowerment. Those things we're learning in school, pi, r square, and those things were very relevant. Matrix, everything. Those things were giving us what we call critical. They were making us be able to have analytical thinking. How do I take care of this? So during the apartheid, for instance, in South Africa, the blacks were not allowed to study mathematics. Because when you study mathematics, it makes you become analyte. You analyze things, you're able to calculate, you're able to make decisions out of chaos, out of confusion. So note this, you don't go to school or you don't learn a particular subject because you want to work in that field. If you don't get that right, you say, oh, because I studied doctorate, I want to be a doctor by force. How can I start doctorate? I studied law because I want to be a lawyer by force. Do you know how many lawyers are in Ghana? You study all these things to open your brain, to break a certain level of thinking and most important, lifestyle.
Okay.
Now, go to your passion. I know a doctor who is a photographer, and he's one of the best photographers. Let's mention his name. I mean, he's my brother, so Dex D Photography. Dex D.
Okay.
He's a medical trained doctor from Australia or China or so. But he's one of the best photographers. He's that photography. Okay. So, you see, as I said, it transcends from education. You are learning this to become this. No. You are learning to open your subconscious and the true man in you. So
we shouldn't focus on what we studied.
No.
Okay.
I know a lawyer who says kinky and she's doing so well. The money she's making in a day, in an hour, her colleagues are not making it.
Okay.
So we are, you see, that's why I said the whole thing boils down to the orientation and mindset. As for graduate, dear, you know, you have to be graduate. Why should I sell soap or how do you call it? I mentioned charcoal, Kelly Willy.
Yeah.
But imagine a graduate selling kinky. Do you know how different it will be? With all that they have learned in school.
Mm.
Do you know Kinky Boutique? There's a place in Ghana called Kinky Boutique.
Oh, really?
There was one lady who goes there. I normally drive from East Legon to Accra to go and buy Kinky from Kinky Boutique. Because the lady serving was a graduate. The way she approached it.
I thought you was gonna say the lady serving is beautiful.
Oh. You know, she was selling it with dexterity.
Yeah.
You could see this is like a brand. Let me just come down a little. How many millionaires are employees? Or how many employees are millionaires? I've studied the lives of over 260 millionaires and about 120 billionaires. None of them is an employee. Jeff Bezos started from garage.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. Zuckerberg, we all know he dropped out of
bookshop, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
with a bookshop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My Zuckerberg dropped out of Harvard. So it is all about you knowing that whatever I'm studying is to empower me and to make me be able to have the armory. But as to what to do, it is dependent on me. The way Auntie Fozia, who has not gone to school, will say Chaco, is on the same way Harriet, who is a graduate, will say Chaco. Because Harriet knows about branding. She knows about customer care. She knows about image. She knows about positioning, price, people, products, place. She has learned all the marketing tools and she knows how to apply it.
And she knows
So it might be
technology as
Chaco,
well.
but this not just Chaco. Now, let me just transcend a little. Everybody's on social media. Most people are on social media, but only few people are making money from social media. I was talking about how to start money without
business.
business without money.
Yeah.
One of the greatest places to start business without money is online. The next time I'll come, I want us to dive deep into digital currency, digital marketing, and online business. Today, I want to just give some warm-up on how to start business without money. A lot of people have boutiques. Nothing's happening there. You go there, the attendants are sleeping.
Maybe we can do this like every Wednesday or something.
I'll
like
be
that,
glad to have. I'll be available. As long as I'm in Ghana, I'll be
Yeah.
available.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even if you have to do it remotely, we can do it. You enter a place and the attendant is asleep and nobody. I interview them. Today, how much have you sold? And I'll do that thing. And they'll be on by you. Today, nobody has come. Can I have access to the owner? And the owner wants market. Hi, my name is Solomon. I have an audience that needs your stuff. So can we meet and talk business? I want to have pictures of everything you have, the prices, and give you my price. All I do is to leverage on my audience. Sometimes over 500 people watch my status for free. I have this shoe, I have this belt, I have this bag, I have this shirt, I have this suit, I have this whatever.
Definitely, someone would want something. Definitely.
And I will not go and pick it all. I will send a rider, call the owner. My client needs, about 3 clients needs XYZ.
Is that what you call freelancing?
So today I take the offer, I take the orders. The following day, the rider goes pick all of them because I've called the owner of the shop to package them. Then the rider delivers to all of them. They all pay the rider.
Is that what you call freelancing, isn't it?
It can be called freelance. Yes, that's what I call freelancing.
Yeah.
But I will choose to call it business.
Okay.
Yes. I will choose to call it business because when you say freelancing, people will think it's not even, you won't take it serious.
Yeah.
Because I will call it business. I won't promote that boutique. I'll promote my boutique. My digital, my online, my virtual boutique.
Even though you don't want nothing.
I don't want anything.
Yeah.
Solomonic luxury weddings. This is not an issue.
Yeah.
No importation, no warehouse, no store, no shop attendant. I don't pay electricity bill. I don't pay rent. All I do is connecting somebody who has it and the client, nobody is coming and the attendant is sleeping to somebody who needs it, who is connected to me. To social media, TikTok, Facebook, even WhatsApp status alone. That place is the whole business hub. People are just sharing a kutia. You know Akutia in English?
Yeah.
How do you call it Akutia in English? You are the Englishman.
I forgot what's called.
Our forefathers would be in the grave and insult us.
Mm.
Yeah, because they wish they were in our time, where you can sit here, right here in Ghana,
And make money.
and access the world.
Yeah.
You can sit here and go to school in Australia.
Mm.
You can sit here and attend conference in the US. You can sit here and do business in this room. Connect every groceries. People are watching. I want this. I saw the lady's kenke. I said, I like this kenke. She took my money before she brought the kenke. What if Mama is what she used to go and buy it? 80 cities are saying maybe she only bought it for 50 cities. The remaining is for her. And that's wisdom. The Bible says it's profitable to direct. God bless.
Thank you so much for coming. I think I mean, if, as you said, if you're gonna be here, we're gonna have to be doing this maybe every 30 minutes, and I'm sure a lot of people has learned a lot from what we've just discussed, and I hope that people will implement this, because it's not shame, it's not embarrassing. I know people will be like, yeah, I mean, when you're we all struggle, and there's challenges.
Sorry, that one you now, and that's the main cause.
Yeah.
Why not give it a try and see? The white man will say, I'll try it.
Yeah.
The black man, I started from my school fees. Even after school, when I was working, I had this mindset. I was used to attend these seminars with Imane Dead to me, Albert Okran, how to start business. My first salary, after paying my tithe, I didn't touch it. Apart from my TNT, 2, 3, 4, 5 months. And I was used to do something quickly. So once I was employed, I had something running small somewhere.
So invest in your
monthly
salary.
You can do anything you want to do. If you have to empower a market woman to sell tomatoes for you, it's cash cow.
Yeah.
Don't think big. You see, no, think big but start small. That's the word. No, think big is very important. Think very big. Talk big, but start small. Because any real thing starts small. But the modern day 21st century generation, the Gen X, they want to be big overnight. They want to be Warren Buffett overnight.
Yeah.
Warren Buffett became a billionaire after 60 years.
Yeah. And even if let's say you win a lottery like $100 million or something, and you haven't got a plan,
it will go back. Because there's no foundation for it.
Yeah.
It's like planting seed on rock. No matter how much you water it, in food that, any root.
I know.
I just spoke in tongues.
I know, right? So, Pasolo, thank you so much for coming in. I hope we do this more often, obviously, because this podcast is about encouraging people, inspiring people, So, I mean, I hope we do this more often to encourage, because I learned something from what you just said as well. Do you know what I mean? And it's very helpful. So I hope, people will learn something from it and implement it as well. So thank you so much, guys, for watching. And again, if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, please do subscribe, so you get this, a lot more information about marketing, about branding, because we're gonna use him, to our advantage. Let's use him, guys. So thank you so much for coming in. We're gonna have more session about this thing, because it's very, very interesting, very, very important, because we need this. We need to know, even if you don't know, we let's try, as he said, So thank you so much for coming. Thank you for watching, guys.